Hello and welcome to your Rochester Rundown for the week of August 13th. Let's get right to it. Governor Andrew Cuomo is stepping down in less than 2 weeks after days of intense pressure following the New York Attorney General's report that accuses him of sexually harassing multiple women. Many called on Cuomo to step down, including President Biden. State lawmakers said they'd impeach Cuomo if he didn't resign. The governor once again denied the allegations on Tuesday, but said impeachment efforts would take too much money and time away from other important issues in the state like COVID-19 and crime.
I never did, and I never would intentionally disrespect a woman or treat any woman differently than I would want them treated. The best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing.
Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul is set to take Governor Cuomo's place. She'll be New York State's first female governor. Hochul has served in her position as lieutenant governor since 2015. She is a Western New York native from Buffalo and a graduate of Syracuse University. Hochul addressed the people of New York Wednesday morning and said no one named as doing anything unethical in that state attorney general's report will remain in her administration. There are several major issues facing the state, as we talked about COVID-19 and the resurgence of cases. Hochul says she's ready to take them on.
And the promise I make to all New Yorkers, right here and right now, I will fight like hell for you every single day, like I've always done and always will.
In the days leading up to her swearing in, Hochul says she'll put together her senior staff and tour the state, hearing concerns from constituents. As for Cuomo, the Assembly Judiciary Committee might decide to move forward with those impeachment proceedings against him to make sure he can't run for public office again. Monroe County has officially reached a high level of COVID-19 transmission, this according to the CDC. The CDC considers anything over 100 cases per 100,000 residents in a 7-day average to be high risk. Well, Monroe County hit 104 cases per 100,000 residents on Wednesday. Local health experts say the more contagious Delta variant makes up more than 90% of our cases now. We also have less than 60% of our total population vaccinated.
We said, okay, we can go without masks, we can do this. And we got very relaxed. And the problem is that everybody wasn't vaccinated while we were relaxing. So now we're seeing the ramp up in infections, and we're seeing the stressors on our hospital systems, and we don't want those stressors on our hospital systems. We want them to be able to take care of the people with the heart attacks and the strokes and all those other things, and not be drowning in preventable diseases like COVID.
County health officials say they are seeing a significant number of cases attributed to travel to Florida or people from Florida visiting Rochester. They also said they're seeing a lot of transmission in small workplaces. Reversing course from last week's announcement, officials from the New York State Department of Education released new guidance for school districts this week. The CDC recommends schools reopen fully for in-person learning as long as local public health officials agree. Masking is recommended indoors for all teachers, staff, students, and visitors, regardless of their vaccination status. The CDC says schools should maintain 3 feet of distancing between students in a classroom or 6 feet for those who are not vaccinated. Physical distancing is not required on school buses. Activists for the elderly and those in nursing homes are demanding more action be taken to get staff at nursing homes fully vaccinated. Overall, across the nation, 59.3% of nursing home staff are fully vaccinated right now. While many are on the Finger Lakes regions, they have higher rates. There are others who are working with less than 40% of their employees vaccinated. The Canadian border is now open for non-essential travelers. If you are planning to visit, you must have proof of vaccination and a negative COVID-19 test taken within 72 hours of crossing the border. Travelers must also use the ArriveCan app or the ArriveCan portal online to provide mandatory information prior to crossing the border. The U.S. border is closed to Canadians until August 21st, but Americans who travel into Canada can return home at any time. That's all for this week. As always, we'll see you next Friday.